Well, I was here in the summer transfer window and I told everyone that all what Arsenal need is to create chances for their number 9, and you've gone here to see how clinical Kai Havertz is. And in the recent games that Kai Havertz has gone ahead to obviously play and score in, I think he has just found himself doing the needful. And what is the needful? Killing off those few chances. And today I think he had like 2 chances and he went ahead obviously make them count. And by the way, to your understanding, they are not full chances, that they're really clear-cut chances for him to accomplish, but he really used his class and ability to obviously kill off the game. Bukayo Saka shines again and obviously holding Arsenal on his shoulders and really trying to take it to where he feels last season they failed to obviously be. Martinelli is another one that has gone ahead to impress. Welcome to this channel. It's the Rokani Media Football. Hope you guys are really having fun. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name. Full time Arsenal 3, Southampton 1, in a game that Arsenal has shown us that they are totally a different kind of team altogether. And they're here to obviously create lots and lots of moments that they failed to obviously do last season. Remember, we are powered by Muno Gadgets, and they're dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. Even if you want if at all you want a brand new laptop and a brand new phone, call them on +256 70 9988 665. All else, if you need a used phone and a used laptop from the United Kingdom, call them on the same number or WhatsApp them on the same number. And you'll obviously come here and really thank me later because their services are really top notch. Now, you can as well go on TikTok and obviously search for Muno Gadgets and follow them up. But when you call them in need of something, tell them that it's Rokani that has gone ahead obviously direct me here. That is the side known as Muno Gadgets. Now, let's get into the beautiful game of football as it obviously came in through to start off. And first half ended 0-0, shockingly. And by the way, did Arsenal even register a shot on target in the first half? I don't remember because it never really showed up like that. And I tell you what, it was a moment of truth that if you don't really create chances that are really clear-cut and really find your number 9 who is really clinical, you cannot really score those goals. And you saw to it that when Saka found Havertz went ahead obviously level the game. But let's get into how the first goal really went ahead obviously get into the back of the net. Now, I told you in the match day live that for Jesus and Sterling, the manager had gone ahead obviously give them what we call them a redemption time or a redemption chance. They had to redeem themselves. You understand? They had to redeem themselves and put in a performance to obviously send a message to Mikel Arteta that please, we need a position into the next games that you're really going to be playing. And remember, Arsenal are going to be playing Chelsea and Liverpool consecutively in their next 2 games of the Premier League, meaning that they had a chance to obviously come up and obviously show themselves and launch themselves into the competing page of the manager. But guess what? It never really went ahead to happen. Jesus, I think he really did a lot, dropping deep and really releasing Sterling really being selfish as we know him. Then, even for the goal that went ahead obviously score against Arsenal, it's Raheem Sterling that is brought down. The referee fails to blow the whistle and the ball is patched to Cameron Archer, and Cameron Archer went ahead to obviously do the needful and really put that ball into the back of the net in the 55th minute. And to show you that there is a very huge change in the club of Arsenal, when they played Southampton in the season of 2022-2023, I think it took Arsenal some time to obviously even score the first goal. I think even the first half ended 2-0, if at all I'm not mistaken. So this time round, when it was 1-0 in favor of Southampton, Arsenal was like, please, you don't know what you're playing with. You're playing with fire. We're obviously going to come up and level. In the 58th minute, Kai Havertz went ahead obviously level that game to make it 1-1. But I would like to obviously give credit to Saka because Bukayo Saka puts in what we call the pressure and he presses and then he really wins that ball and releases Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz capitalized onto the defense that was in transition to obviously compose himself and shoot that ball into the back of the net. That is the man himself, known as Kai Havertz. Another assist for Bukayo Saka. And for Kai Havertz, obviously, he has gone ahead to score, I think is it a fifth? Right? Let me check here. Because I know the games he has gone ahead to score in. This one, the game of Leicester City, he scored against Brighton. He scored against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I think he now has 4 goals into the Premier League, if at all I'm not really mistaken, because those are the teams that I've gone ahead to see him really humiliate. You go and really score against. So it shows you that in 7 games, the lad for Arsenal, known as Kai Havertz, has managed to score 4 goals and he has 1 assist. That is Kai Havertz for you, and he's really looking good, like how we really thought he is supposed to be. In the preseason, I told you that all what Arsenal needs is to create chances for anyone who is playing to the number 9 position, and those chances will obviously be buried. And today you saw to it that Arsenal needed nobody. They needed nobody apart from a man called Kai Havertz to obviously bring them back in the game 3 minutes after they had gone ahead, obviously go down by 1 goal to nil through Cameron Archer. Beautiful strike. So, killing off the game was really the end of the day, and Bukayo Saka went ahead to go in for the far post effort, and he really located Gabriel Martinelli in the 68th minute. Those are 10 minutes later to make it 2-1 for the club of Arsenal. But this came in through after the manager of Arsenal, known as Mikel Arteta, went ahead obviously make 3 changes. He took off he brought on Merino, he brought on Trossard, and brought on Gabriel Martinelli, and he was really on spot. Who was really taken off? Who was taken off? It was none other than one. Sterling was taken off, Jesus was taken off, and Jorginho was taken off, and these 3 really came in through, and the pressure really went high, and it went ahead obviously pay off because Saka went ahead to provide another assist today, and Martinelli went ahead to score. And talking about Martinelli, I would love to let you know that this is the form that every Arsenal fan would love to obviously see Gabriel Martinelli in, having gone ahead to go 20 Premier League games without scoring and breaking the curse last weekend. He has gone ahead to score in a 2nd consecutive Premier League match day at all in this round of time, and it is really nice for him as a player, and I think he's really enjoying himself to the fullest because all is really moving on into the right direction. And I think Martinelli, if he picks himself up and starts scoring goals like that, I know Arsenal would have gone ahead obviously stated that they really have gone ahead to redeem or resurrect their used to be source of goals. And I think in the first season that they are really at full pelt of 2022-2023, no one scored more Premier League goals at Arsenal than Martinelli. He went ahead to put in 16 goals, and he comes in through with a blast to obviously score these goals and obviously get them up and running and going. That is the man who goes by names of Gabriel Martinelli. Now, and coming off the bench, obviously, it helps him a little bit because he has that pace, and he saw to it that he was really one of the thorns into the flesh of the team of Southampton. Then the other guy was Bukayo Saka. And guys, people have always gone ahead to say, Rokani, you hate Bukayo Saka. But I told you I don't hate Bukayo Saka. I love the player, but he needs to really leave what people talk about him. You get this season, if Saka continues to play as playing, I tell you, I'm going to declare him world class. I tell you, I'm going to declare him world class because in the absentia of the captain, who was responsible for obviously creating chances and really looking out for opportunities for the team of Arsenal to obviously lift up itself and really score goals, Saka has gone ahead to obviously lift this Arsenal side by his shoulders. That is it. Today, he has gone ahead to bang into assists, and he has also gone ahead obviously bang in a goal, meaning that these are 8 assists in 7 games. That is Bukayo Saka. Ever since the Premier League started, Saka has been really providing an assist in every game that he has gone ahead to feature, and today this is the very first time he has gone ahead to bang in 2 assists to take it to 8. And I told you that Saka is really gonna be a very deadly player. I tell you, he's gonna be deadly this season with that art of really getting in those assists. He's really gonna find himself really doing the needful. He has 6 assists, not so. I think he has 6 assists. I can even count them, and I'm loving what he's doing. He's gonna obviously score his 2nd goal. Is it 2nd? I think 3rd into the league, to see to it that everything really moves on as planned, and Saka is not a man to obviously come up and obviously look at. He's really Saka-ring, and he saw to it that he has gonna obviously put in a very beautiful shift all together. So they are back. Arsenal are really trying to see to it that obviously press through every team to obviously create moments of magic. But I tell you, this guy is not gonna stop. If you think he's really gonna stop, I don't see him stopping, because a lot is really coming at Arsenal, and they are not yet to the levels that we know they're supposed to be playing at. That's why I tell you, teams are not ready for Arsenal, because Arsenal is really gonna explode. And I tell you, I gave them my trophy of this year. Now, no clean sheet kept in here, but I think Arsenal will take the huge positives of really reacting immediately to obviously not allow Southampton to grow into the game. Remember, the last time Southampton played here, Arsenal were 2 goals down by half time. You get, but this time around, they've gonna obviously overturned that, and they've put in a very beautiful shift all together. Mikel Merino came off the bench and really played in some minutes, and I think he's really getting into the team of Arsenal to obviously know the patterns of this team better and better and better, and we're just waiting to see how everything is really going to be panning out. Now, Arsenal came into this game of football knowing that Liverpool was going to have to win, and all they needed was to win to obviously reduce the gap, because Liverpool was 4 points ahead of Arsenal, and now it's all about 1 point behind them. Now, 29 shots by Arsenal. Southampton had 8. 6 shots on target by Arsenal. This is really bad. They must be just close to 14 shots on target, and they need to obviously improve on how they act into their end products, especially in those attacks that go to the goal of Southampton. 2 shots on target by Southampton, 60% ball possession by Arsenal, 40% ball possession by Southampton, 534 passes completed by Arsenal, 383 passes completed by Southampton, 89% passing accuracy by Arsenal, 85% passing accuracy by Southampton, 10 fouls by the side of Arsenal, and 9 fouls by the side of Southampton. 0 yellow cards to Arsenal, 3 to Southampton, 0 red cards to both sides, 1 offside to Arsenal, no offside to Southampton, 13 corners by Arsenal, and 1 corner to Southampton. Though today they never really went ahead to score a set piece, as it has always gone ahead to be the order of the day. In the previous 3 games they had played before playing Southampton, they had gone ahead obviously put in a very beautiful shift in there for you. Now, we really walk down the path of how the table is really looking like in these games played. But before we go to the table, I want to let you know that Man City also struggled. They came from behind like Arsenal to win the game by 3 goals to 2 at the side of Etihad, and it shows you how a player, or just one player who is really key in your team, goes ahead to obviously affect the way you play, because Man City are playing like that and really conceding those goals because of Rodri, and he's really gonna be out for a full season. So I don't know how they're really gonna try to cope up. Then the table has Liverpool on top with 18 points, Man City again up with 17 points, Arsenal is also third with 17 points, Chelsea is playing tomorrow, they're having 13, Aston Villa is also playing Manchester United tomorrow, they're having 13, Fulham is having 11, Newcastle is having 11, Tottenham is having 10, Brentford is having 10, Brighton is having 9, and Manchester United is really 14th onto the table, and that's where the team I support is really lagging behind. But all in all, good for the manager. The substitutions were really spot on, and the players really reacted accordingly. So Arsenal is really going to go into the international break when they're just 1 point behind the side of Liverpool, and these players are really happy are gonna go into the international break, and all what Arsenal fans have to pray for is for these players not to really get injured during the international break. That is it, because you wouldn't like to obviously getting other players injured after the international break and then coming through to play Chelsea and Liverpool when you're not really having your full squad. All what Arsenal need is all what Arsenal need is to see its players recover and return to full fitness and really win these games. But the other factor or hint that I had forgotten to obviously talk about was all about a player called Tomiyasu. He returned back. He returned back to his. He returned back to his full fitness, and he was on the bench, and the manager went ahead obviously bring him on to play as a right back. That is a very good signal being sent to the side of Arteta, because with Ben White injured, Julian Timber injured, and we don't know when they're going to be back, having Tomiyasu back is really a very huge plus. Then this is the 13th win that Arsenal is going to hit to get. Is it? They've gone ahead to go 13 games unbeaten at Emirates ever since they lost to Aston Villa last season. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Arsenal 3, Southampton 1. Rokani David is my name. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe, and Mono Gadgets have gone ahead obviously sponsor this video. We out.